Desserts can be made in your air fryer, very simple, like these yummy apple fritters here. Now, traditional apple fritters are fried in oil, and I find them to be a little bit too oily for me. So I love this air fryer method. What I did is I peeled some apples, and this is great if the apples are getting a little soft, or you don't like the crunch, like it's not crunchy enough for you. This is a great way to use your apples to recycle them. Just kind of, so that's what these were. These were a little soft for me, a little mealy. Sometimes, apple's not that great. So I chopped them up, peeled them up, and then I made a fritter batter out of all-purpose flour. And the instructions and the ingredients are all in your recipe card. I use a little vegan sugar here. You see it's not super white because it hasn't gone through the bone char process. And then I just kind of mix that together with a little salt. And then here I'm making a flaxseed egg. So you use 1 part ground flaxseed, 3 parts water, and that makes an egg. So 1 teaspoon of ground flaxseed and 3 teaspoons of water for a small egg, and 1 tablespoon of flaxseed and 3 tablespoons of water to make a large egg. Now what I'm doing here is I'm squeezing a little lemon juice here and putting it into my plant-based milk to make a buttermilk. You can either use lemon juice or apple cider vinegar here. And now I'm putting in my flaxseed egg to cinnamon, nutmeg, my vegan buttermilk that I made. And I'm just kind of mixing it all together into this nice batter. And then I'm folding in my chopped apples. And once you fold that in, then you basically have your fritter batter. Now you can use this, you can put berries inside of your fritter. You could put corn, you could put pears. You don't just have to use apples. There's all kinds of different fruits or, that you can put inside of your fritters, and they'll come out yummy. So you go ahead and scoop that into a parchment lined air fryer drawer. Or if you're using a convection oven type of air fryer, you can use that kind as well. I like to spray the paper, or, a brown parchment is going to make it a little bit more crispy. But either way, spray the paper and also spray the fritters as well. I put it in my air fryer on 400 air fry for 6 minutes. And now here, after a couple rounds, I also put my melted butter inside, just in a baking dish, inside the air fryer so it would melt. And I'm using that to make my icing for my apple fritters. So I use my little melted butter in there, a little splash of plant milk, into convection of sugar. And again, all the ingredients and instructions are in your card, and just kind of mix that up really well. And it makes a beautiful glaze there. And once you have put your apple fritters on a rack or somewhere to dry, then you can take your icing and kind of drizzle that over your apple fritters, and you have a beautiful apple fritters that you've made. In mixing up time, I would say is prep time. I would say probably about 5 to 10 minutes, and then bake time about 6 minutes. So in 20 minutes, you can have yourself homemade apple fritters.